What's going on, guys? This is Oh Boy Tuts, and in this video we're going to be going over the Frank Ocean sound, considering he just dropped his long-awaited album and someone requested it, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do a video for it. His album definitely has a unique sound, like vocal production wise, so this is also probably going to be one of my favorite tutorials as well. I thought the vocal production in this was pretty outstanding. And it's actually just a freestyle. But before we get into it, if I could just ask that you follow my social media, I have all the links down below, and that would be greatly appreciated. So I'm gonna give you a preview of it, and then we can get started.
Yeah. Nights that we lost sleep. Yeah. All the times that you call me up, I ain't know you. All the times that you told me that I owe you, even though you didn't know that. But I told you, and after all the shit that went down, I owe you. I owe you. And even when you tell me that I don't want for.
Okay, so auto-tune kind of messes up a little bit, but this is just a freestyle. It's not an actual song. It might be in the future, but as of right now, it's just a freestyle. And I produced the beat as well. So let's get started. So first thing is obviously the auto-tune. And I have this little intro part right here, and all I'm doing really is just, it's a telephone effect with standard mixing, really. That's pretty much all there is to that. And then as for the main vocal track, I have all my standard mixing. I'm using an SSL channel strip, taking out about 180. So I like to take out more low end in this for the Frank Ocean sound, because he really kind of has like a thinner vocal sound in his album. That's kind of the more modern sound, I guess you could say. So the only thing I'm doing here is taking out 180 hertz. And next on the list is a just de-esser. Showed you guys that. Compressor with a fast release, medium attack. And I'm knocking off about, let's see, let me just disable everything really quick so you can hear the dry vocal.
All the times that you call me up, I ain't know you. All the times that you told me that I owe you, even though you didn't know that.
My bad. So on the peaks, it's really just knocking off maybe like 3 dBs, and that's all you should be looking for. Not too much compression. You don't want to squash it completely unless you're parallel compressing, but that's another topic. Second compressor I use is a CLA2A, again knocking off probably another 2 dBs. And so what I like to do is I output this to a bus. So in this case, I went down to bus 1 and created an aux track, just named it Vox for vocals. And then so I'm doing some more effects here, just some standard EQ, taking out some more at 160, 400, and boosting a little bit at 10K, not too much, because we're going to be doing some vocal excitement later on. And next I'm putting in a CLA3A, and I just like the sound that this compressor really gives, so you can hear before these two.
I know you. All the times that you told me that.
With EQ and compression.
All the times that you told me that.
So it's giving you some more clarity and some more punch in the vocal. That's what this compressor is doing. And then I'm multiband compression. I just like to use this preset, honestly, and vocals, presence, and control. It gives it a great sound.
All the times that you told me that. All the times that you told me that.
Basically just compresses certain frequencies within the range. And so now let's get on to the effects. So I'm bussing this auxiliary track to bus 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on these, I'm putting in delay, exciter, doubler, and reverb. So the first off is delay. So let's hear how that sounds.
All the times that you told me that.
So it's kind of a unique delay. It's a little bit different than a regular.
I owe you.
So what I'm doing is just putting regular H delay, quarter notes, and giving it high pass and low pass for like that telephone effect. Not bad. And then what I'm using here is actually kind of cool. You should try it out if you have the plugin. I'm putting in an Isotope Ozone imager, and what this does is it basically spreads out your vocal, but the way Isotopes does it, it's super unique. I love the sound that it gives it. It just makes it super wide, and just it has a certain sound. You have to just use it to really know. So I'm just boosting the range 82, 55, and 50. This is without the widener.
Even though you didn't know that, but I told you.
So it's cool. It's a good echo, but then this is with.
Even though you didn't know that.
It's a lot wider and bigger, so that's why I like adding that on, just the subtle changes. And then also on the delay, I'm busing that to the same reverb, and I'm maxing it out. So the echoes have a lot of reverb on them, and it has a tail. So this is before.
Even though you didn't know that.
It's a very dry echo. You could do that if you want, but I like to have a super reverby echo for the Frank Ocean sound. So this is how it sounds with.
Even though you didn't know that.
Super ambient and great sound. And then for bus number 3, this is where I'm putting the exciter in. So this is before.
Even though you didn't know that. Even though you didn't know that.
So basically what an exciter does is it adds some harmonic elements to give it some extra top end without EQing it. So it's a little bit better than using an EQ. So I'm just using the Waves version. I think it works fine. Aphex Vintage Exciter. And what I do is I max this thing out. That's the only knob I worry about, is this one. I max it out, and then I put in an SSL channel again, and I go over to here, and I boost the 10K all the way up. And then, so what I do is, you can just automate it, the signal here. So obviously if you max this out, your ears will be bleeding because that'd be way too much top end. And you just have to play with it.
All the times that you told me that.
So obviously that was way too much. So you gotta be really careful with this because it will sound way too harsh and it'll hurt your ears, believe me.
All the times that you told me that.
So that's a fair amount. And then bus number 4 is a doubler, and this is also a cool effect. What I'm doing here is basically detuning it down 1 and up 1, and then giving it a 31 delay and a 19 delay. And what this does is it gives it, it's called a Haas effect, and where it basically delays the vocals differently in each ear, so it gives it a wide sound effect. And then I'm dropping an S1 imager on that as well to widen it even more. And here's what it sounds like before.
All the times that you told me that.
And after.
All the times that you told me that.
So that sounds super nice. It's a cool effect. I'm going to exaggerate it so you can hear how it sounds.
And after all the shit that went down.
Love that effect. And then finally is the reverb. Nothing special. I've already showed this, my reverb style. I just use vocal plate just down here. And you can copy it on the settings. And obviously you guys know what reverb does. Here's how it sounds like.
And after all the shit that went down, I owe you, oh. All the times that you told me that, I owe you, even though you didn't know that.
Sorry, just getting a little carried away with the effects. But that's basically it. That's covered all my effects, and that's how you get the Frank Ocean sound. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video, and thanks for watching.